just because you're a sales rep doesn't mean that the sales only is happening when you're in the room.
Right.
There's all this other stuff that's happening when you're not in the room.
Hey, good, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. Answer a few questions for me about giving more power to salespeople?
I guess so.
All right,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. What was your first scrappy sales hustle?
My first scrappy sales hustle, I think if we go way back, high school, I was selling MySpace theme packs. So my friends would go and ask me, like, how did you do that on your MySpace? And I'd be like, oh, I can do it for you. You fill up my car with gas and I'll customize your MySpace for you.
Wow, that was the first, wow.
Yeah.
That's a great side hustle. And you needed to do that, right? Because
Yeah.
not everyone knew how to do it. The information wasn't ubiquitous. That is a first time side hustle I've heard that. You make good money, you make good gas money.
I mean, it was teenager money. It wasn't real money.
That's real money back then. If you can get some gas money to get moving, that is awesome. If you could delete an outdated sales playbook forever, which one would it be and why?
I mean, I think right now we have too many sales reps who have been conditioned that, like, when you tell them go prospect, they just buy a list and spam it. And I think that that's a really big problem in the industry. We see that, like, email reply rates are down over 30% in the last year. So, you know, customers are burnt out with all the spam, and it's actually really hurting if you teach a new sales rep to just buy a list and spam it, and that's all they're supposed to do for prospecting. It's actually doing them a disservice because you're not teaching them how to grow that sales muscle to be able to lead with value.
Yeah, makes a ton of sense. I delete that one too. I think more folks are open to respond to different channels.
Yeah.
And we absolutely see the human connection, social connections, the relationships, the emails, not so much. So Meg, what gives salespeople more power when they build it from scratch?
I think every single seller should, when they have a named account list, the onus should be on them to create their own account plan, right? Whether they're using an online tool or they're doing it just via Excel and PowerPoint slides, the point is they really do have to know their accounts inside and out, right? So the like motion of deciding what the value prop is, of like how your company can help them, what products you can sell, who you can go after. I think that that is an important thing that actually the sales rep needs to be doing and be like kind of get their hands dirty in it, because if you don't do that and you just use AI to do that and you don't actually, you know, you're not a part of that process, the first time you actually go meet with a customer, you're going to fall flat on your face because you don't know your stuff.
Right.
So it's actually a really good exercise for a sales rep to do to get warmed up before their first customer meeting, and before, like when they have that initial like named target list account. But it's also a continuous thing that you have to keep doing as you continue to go after that account, because you know we see all the time that sometimes a deal can take, you know, over a year plus to close, and it's not just like a one and done thing that you made a playbook one time or you made an account plan one time. It needs to continue to evolve and be a continuous exercise that you do.
Makes sense. Meg, how do you believe, or do you believe, AI gives salespeople superpowers?
I think still, like sales, or AI definitely gives sales reps superpowers. I think that it can help them to walk into every single meeting super prepared. It helps them to uncover insights that they didn't know beforehand. It helps them to be able to articulate the value case. And I think the most important thing is actually teaching your champion inside that account to be your own salesperson, right? So if you are able to use AI to, you know, speak that customer's industry vernacular and like use the same language as they use, what you're doing is if you can give them like a one-pager, you can give them a really good proposal that's in their brand and in their messaging, what you're doing is you're taking the hard work off of your champion, right? Because just because you're a sales rep doesn't mean that the sales only is happening when you're in the room. There's all this other stuff that's happening when you're not in the room, right? So your champion has to go ask for budget from their manager. They have to go climb the ladder. They have to go convince IT that this is still a safe decision, right? They have to talk to legal. And so the more you can empower your champion with like messaging and using AI to empower your champion with messaging, then like the higher increase in deal rates you'll have, and actually the higher ACV you'll have, because you'll be able to add on more products and be able to close longer deal cycles or longer like contract cycles.
Totally. Good old buyer enablement play. Never hurt anybody. It's just some people don't know how to buy your tool. And so I think AI can be a catalyst to help you create those materials and assets in ways that you weren't able to do as quickly before. Makes a ton of sense. So fill in the blank for me, Meg. More power to
Sellers.
Sellers. And why?
I mean, I think that they need to be able to be empowered to move the deal forward, you know? They need to be empowered to go out there and have the confidence to walk into meetings and be able to say the right things and know that there's a support team behind them.
Amen. Appreciate that. Thank you, Meg. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's get back to this conference.
Okay.
All right.